Vibrations. I know what you're thinking. What is he doing on this old beast from the 60s? Just thought I'd drag this out of the shed this morning. I'm going to get a quick wash down, and I thought I'd better give it a ride, but I can't tell you what. It's a bit shaky, 4-speed. I mean, the brakes are quite good on this, but not compared with anything else I've got. And at 50 to 60 miles an hour, you know you're doing it. Anyway, that's all classic motorcycling for you. And then you got the added bonus of, am I going to get to where I'm going to go, and am I going to get back? Hopefully I will on this. I'm not going far, but yeah, it's done a lot of work on this, as I said in a previous video, so it is reasonably reliable for an old bike. And of course it's a Norton, the finest machine on the road. But we do need to keep these old bikes on the road, I suppose, for a bit of history and nostalgia. It's fairly capable of riding along on modern day roads. Not a great motorway bike. And that's the other thing, because it's only 4-speed, you're looking for another two gears, and it really could do with another gear or so. It's got the power to pull through, but yeah, no, just what it was years ago, 4-speed. Why are those silly Japanese people putting 5 gears on their bikes? It'll never catch on. Electric start, who needs electric start? Waste of money. Our customers like kicking their bikes over. On the side of the A1, in the winter, in the dark, when good old fashioned Lucas electrics have packed up. I don't think so. You need an haircut, mate. They have got a nice sound to them, the old British bikes, that old parallel twin sound. Arm out for indication. It's actually got a good gearbox on this. Ticks over reasonably well as well. Petrol's quite old in this. Fine set of instruments. They are quite nice to ride. Once you got them going, a bike like this takes a bit of warming up, unlike a modern bike. You get on it 5 minutes, it's reached temperature, everything's great. But on these, they got thick oil, different tolerances. All old cars and bikes, once they're warmed through, they seem to smooth out a bit, and they run quite nicely. This has been a good bike. I've probably covered around 4,000 miles in 10 years. I haven't ridden it a lot, but in that time it's been good. Don't know how accurate the speedo is on this. Right, Honda 90 coming. I think I can pull away from that, hopefully. Just. Not that I was around in the 60s, but it was there's something about it, isn't it? The Ace Calf. I mean, I know, I think I said in a previous video, you know, I know this bike did frequent the Ace Cafe on a regular basis, because the guy I got this off was the original owner, and he was a teenager in the 60s when he got this. So, well, he got this in 62, so he was about 17, 18 when he got it, and it spent quite a lot of the time at the cafes and racing around the North Circular in London and places like that. So it's nice to keep and just look after it. It's funny really though, because when you think most riding back in the 60s would have been on A roads like this, you know, there wasn't much in the way of motorways, and these bikes are great for that. You know, they do the job. You know, it's capable of overtaking at this speed. We're doing 50, you know, you could drop it down a gear and get going, get past a few cars. And the other thing you got to remember is cars were a lot slower back then. It's funny though, you notice more the vibrations when you don't ride these very much, and how smooth modern bikes are. And I mean, modern bikes are a bit buzzy, but you know, this is like a deep vibration that it's always had. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's different engineering really. You do get tempted to push it. I mean, it will do a bit more, but it's not worth it. It does have its sort of sweet spot where it's happy, which is about, which is probably about, I mean, probably about 65. You think when this was a new bike on the road, most lorries did about 35, 40 miles an hour. So I reckon we're probably doing about 65, possibly 70. BMW riders, they never acknowledge you. It's really weird. Some do, but not many. We was out yesterday and they just sort of stopped in a cafe, and they just almost, I said hello to them and they didn't like saying hello back. It's really weird. I wasn't on my BMW. If I'm on my BMW, they'll speak to you. They might even acknowledge you. And I remember years ago when there was a lot of the old air-cooled BMWs. If you ever waved to a BMW rider, they virtually ignored you. We are elite as German bike riders. We do not acknowledge the British. Well, I'll tell you what, you can feel the vibrations now. Buzzing through the hands, buzzing through the feet. I hope we're not ready for a blow up. Another BMW rider. Miserable bastard. That's it, I'll have to sell the BMs. The BMs have got to go. We can't have none of this. Only joking. Right, so that's it. I'm off. So thank you for watching. Thank you for anyone that's subscribed. And I'll be back again sometime soon. So, goodbye.